Believe it or not, this is not going to be the video I think a lot of you expect it to be, but I feel like it's an important one given the circumstances. So I know I haven't been around in about 3 months since the last video, and I have honestly enjoyed being a gamer over a content creator for a couple of months with my other endeavors on my other channels that I was working on. I just enjoyed chilling and playing games with friends and family. However, this is a different one. So my stance on Star Wars: The Old Republic in particular, and some other games around it, that has changed, and I really want to break down why. This isn't necessarily me saying I'm going to make weekly content again. I definitely want to start uploading more because for some reason we hit 6,000 subscribers and I haven't uploaded in 3 months. So thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy future content. But let's get into what I want to talk about, which is my opinion on Star Wars: The Old Republic has changed, and not for the reasons that you may think. I know that gamers go through these phases where they stop playing a game, then fall in love with the game again, stop playing, then start again, and so on and so forth. It is a long cycle. In particular, with MMOs, this is especially common. I have been playing this game since launch, and for the last, I would say, 5 to 7 years, have been on and off the game every couple months. I would say 5 years. But I still kept coming back because I still had hope for the game to be a major player in the MMO scene. And quite frankly, I wouldn't call it a major player anymore, but I would definitely call it an option for most people to play. Now, you might be wondering, this game, why are you continuing to come back, and why are you continuing to promote it and to get people to play it? And this is a really simple reason. Because the game is fun at its core. I think a lot of people, whether you're a content creator or just someone who has made one MMO your entire life or your entire hobby, can really get jaded when it comes to this particular game. It's definitely been a shell of itself for a long time, and there really isn't any hope for it to be, again, a major player like Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft, ESO, all those other games, right? But it still is around for 2 reasons, in my opinion. One is that it really is a good MMO. It's a good multiplayer game. Even though a majority of the player base, likes to do things solo for the story and RP and this and that, it's a really, really good multiplayer game. Even though it's 11 plus years old at this point, it is fantastic. And I think everyone realizes that, but I think people leave because of the lack of content and the hyperfixation on the cash shop, on the cartel market, which has been a thing since the cartel market came out, so that's no surprise to anyone. I recently was just going back and looking through the recent SWTOR videos that have been uploaded, and I know some of mine have come up with the heartbreaking state of SWTOR. SWTOR Angels has their final SWTOR video, at least for now, type thing. And that's really all you see. When you look up SWTOR, it's just a bunch of creators saying goodbye, or the end, or the terrible state, and I definitely can include myself with those people. I have made numerous videos with those same titles, but I want to dive into now why my whole opinion of the game has changed. So, to put it simply, this game, I believe, is for Star Wars fans first, and MMO players second. I think that has where Star Wars: The Old Republic has kind of set itself in the MMO area, right? It's not going to be for the person who wants a consistent MMO experience like WoW or Elder Scrolls or Final Fantasy. I would argue that Star Wars fans are the reason why this game is continued, to be played. And we've been saying, and not just creators, but just regular players, people watching this video have been saying that this game has been dead since 2015. Guys, it's 2023. And there are still thousands and thousands of people playing this game. Obviously, not Apex Legends level numbers, or not even ESO's level numbers, but a quick look at the Steam charts kind of shows you that it's definitely far from a dead game. And I think people use dead game so loosely now that it really scares new players and potential new players from coming in to play. And I have been playing this game again with my wife. We started a Sith Inquisitor maybe 6 or 8 months ago, and I just was like, hey, do you want to pick up the game where you left off? And she agreed. And it was hard getting her to learn the controls again. She's still learning everything, but you know, for me, a veteran, it's muscle memory. I know how to play everything pretty much. And one thing that I noticed, I went on and I looked at all the starting planets. I went and I visited them to see what was going on. The starter areas are still popping. There are still tons and tons of people on Tython, on Korriban, on Hutta, like everywhere. Like there's so many places that have people playing. And Star Wars has always had a problem with like players on the endgame planets, like not having a population. And that's because the whole population is just sitting on the fleet, or sitting in their strongholds, or sitting in the guild flagships, right? Like there's not a good reason to really hang out on the planets once you're max level, unless you're doing a guild event or something. But this is why I bring it up. No matter how many years go by, you know, this game still attracts Star Wars fans. And I've noticed that every time Star Wars Celebration rolls around, and every time there's an announcement, this game population tends to peak for a teeny bit of time. We have a movie coming out in a couple years, so just announced, that's going to be focused on like the High Republic era, so I guess it's 30,000 years before the Old Republic, I guess, or it's the original trilogy, or like Phantom Menace, whatever. That is going to jog a ton of interest in this game. Again, a movie is going to bring a lot of people to play this again, and that movie is not that far away. And I think that as long as Star Wars fans want an experience where they can be their own person, their own character, and create their own story, and have the option to play with others, to play with friends, not just a single player that has a co-op option for 2 or 4 people, I think the MMO part of this game is appealing when you have friends and you want to create something. And as long as you have Star Wars fans who have no other experience better than this game, Star Wars The Old Republic will always be viable and will always be fun to play. And I know everyone loves Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, all that stuff. I personally, not a fan of those games, but people have been replaying them. I don't know how, but people keep replaying it. And to me, I don't like having a preset character that I have to play and that I get to customize here and there, and that's it. Like, I'm my own characters on the Old Republic. Like, I am Agent Connecticut. I am, you know, the Shinku Champion of the Great Hunt. Like those things you cannot get in any other game. And Star Wars fans love, and like just like most MMO people, like they love their individuality. They love to create whatever they want for themselves in however way they see fit. And I think that really gets lost on your hardcore MMO fans, even your content creators, because there doesn't need to be content as much if you can make your own, which is not an excuse for lack of content in games. But I think with Star Wars in particular, I think everyone, including the developers, know that this is the ultimate Star Wars experience, and it honestly kind of has been since its launch. I mean, Star Wars has always struggled with its identity, the Old Republic that is, and I think we finally set it in a place that can work. So that's why I'm playing the game again, not because I think it can, you know, have a resurgence of 1 million players, not that it ever had that many, but like, it's just a fun game and I enjoy it. And I'm honestly a Star Wars fan before I'm an MMO fan. So the fact that there is a Star Wars MMO, which I hope there will be another one someday, I think that's why I, keep checking it out, keep logging on, and spending time on there. So that's my whole thing. Like, that's why my opinion on this game has changed. And I don't know if it's because I'm older now and just have other things to do with my life. That's probably part of it. But I think that's the truth for a lot of people. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I do hope to upload a little more. Probably show some gameplay of me and the wife hanging out, chilling, doing some fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Noble, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.